Hello everyone, hope all is well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be starting my autumn decluttering series. I think I'm going to start doing these seasonally just to keep my collection condensed. I do prefer to have more of a condensed collection for what I do. I know a lot of beauty influencers, they like keep everything and they have like huge rooms, but personally that would really overwhelm me. So I just like to have all the products I truly love in my drawers. If you're curious to know, when I dislike a product in one of my videos, I don't put them away in my drawers. I usually put them off to the side to try again another day, or I'll put it in my friends and family box and give it to someone who it suits their liking or skin type or whatever it may be. I'll usually give it away. For the products I will be getting rid of today, if they're too old and gross, I'll recycle them if I can. If I'm able to sanitize a product that isn't used too much, like just used a few times, I'll put it in my friends and family box. I don't think I have any unused makeup in here, so I can't really give it away. But I do a lot of giveaways on my Instagram already, so if you're not following me over there, please do. But in today's decluttering video, I think I'm going to start with my face products this time. I'm going to do like my foundations, powders, concealers, and then also bronzers, blushes, oh my goodness, and highlighters. This is the first one I will be going through. So here I have my concealers, here are my foundations, my primers, and I have sprays and things back there. Right back here are things I need to grab all the time, like my brush cleanser, hand cream, eye makeup remover, my Living Tan for my faux freckles, some mirrors and things like that, and then all my brow products in here. And in these two containers I have things I grab all the time, like my metal palettes, my sponges, pens, Q-tips, and in here I have, and in this one I have like my eye primers, my eyelash curlers, scissors, tweezers, all that kind of stuff. And then this is the second drawer we'll be tackling. Here I have my blushes, and then these are my bronzers, and then highlighters, and then here I have blush, bronzers, and highlighters that are all kind of mixed up that I would like to organize. I don't like how they're all on top of each other. I've just been throwing them there. Here I have my face powders, and then here I have like highlighting palettes, bronzing palettes, contour palettes, all that kind of stuff. And then I have my Makeup Forever Flash palette and a random highlighter back there. So I think I'm going to begin with my most dreaded area, which is this drawer. I hate the look of this drawer. And all my containers I have in here are from IKEA. I am so excited to condense this because looking at this is like a big old mess. So I'm first going to start off with the primers. The Anastasia foundation snuck into my primer area. I will be decluttering these because they just didn't work for me. I didn't really love them. First, starting off easy, Summer Fridays jet lag mask is an obvious keep. I use this like crazy. I'm already almost out. Definite keep. This is the Lancome Prep and Hydrate Primer. I honestly never reach for this anymore, so I will be decluttering this. This is the Milani Soft Focus Glow. I absolutely love this stuff. This is a definite keep. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. I actually do really like this one from the drugstore, so I will be keeping this around. Then I have the Guerlain L'Or, and I will be keeping this around. I haven't used it too much yet, but I'm still testing it out. And then I have another one from Guerlain. This is the L'Abeille Royale, and I will be keeping this one still. I haven't used it too much, but the packaging is just so beautiful. I love the little bee right here. For the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, I love this stuff so much as well, as you can tell. As you can tell, it's almost out. I need to purchase a new one, but I will be keeping this. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. I'm going to put this to the side because I never reach for this anymore, but I don't know. This is the Dream Puff from Kaja Beauty. It is a really fun experience. I have used it a few times after my initial video using this in my first impression with it, and I don't really like it. It kind of is too illuminating. It kind of gives me like a Tin Man vibe, and I don't really go for that for under my makeup, so I will be getting rid of this one. For my MAC Strobe Cream, I am going to be keeping this. I love this stuff. Last but not least, this one's probably my favorite primer of all time. The Milk Hydro Grip. I'm going to be keeping this. I do have all my sprays back here, And I think I'm going to be keeping all of them right here, but just to go through them, I have the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. I have a Urban Decay All Nighter, my MAC Fix Plus. I have this one from Guerlain that I need to try out. I'm going to take this out actually and put it to the side so I can try this. And then I have my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, then the ABH Dewy Set, Lila B A Glow Face Mist, the ABH Hydrating Oil, and I do have one of these little silicone sponge. I just never can get rid of this because it's so cute, but I never use it. So it just makes me happy to see it sometimes, or like accidentally feel it because it's fun to touch. This is the Benefit Hello Happy Velvet Powder Foundation. I'm not going to be keeping this just because I don't wear powder foundations. I don't like the matte look on myself personally, so I will be getting rid of it. But now I'm going to be tackling all my foundations. First, starting off with the Ordinary Serum Foundation. I kept this last round because I wanted to try it again, but I haven't since, so I think it's just getting a little bit old now and I just never reach for it, so I will be decluttering this. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This used to be like my number one go-to, but I found so many more that I love far more than this now, and I used to have to really adjust this to make it look super dewy, so I am going to be decluttering this, plus it's like 3 years old, so I think it's time for it to go. Now I have a bunch of L'Essentiel sample sizes as well as my backups. I will be keeping all of these because this is my number one favorite foundation. And these are all the shades I use when I tan or am lighter or whatever. So I'm going to be keeping these all. And plus these are super handy to have as like travel sizes. So I love these. This is the Dermablend Smooth Liquid Camo. I really enjoy this foundation if I really want more coverage. If I'm having like a breakout week or something, I really like this one for that. So I'm going to be keeping this one. For the Milk Stick Foundations, I have two shades here, Shell and Light Beige. Light Beige suits me when I'm a little bit more tan, and this is the shade I use now, which is Shell. This is such a great stick foundation. I'm going to be keeping it. It's one of my favorites. Sticking with the milk theme, this is the Sunshine Skin Tint. I love these as well, so I will be keeping them. I have the shades Light and Medium. I love this product very much. I love this product so much for like a lighter, really glowy look. It's super dewy. It feels like more of a balmy texture, which is really nice. I enjoy that texture for a foundation. And it doesn't really stay sticky. Once it sets on the skin, it like stays put, but looks super glowy, which I love. Here is the Milk Blur Liquid Foundation. I remember I haven't used this in a while, but I should revisit it soon, just because this was my winter shade. This is the shade Light, Golden Light. I remember really loving this all last winter, so I'm going to be keeping this around because I remember loving it. For the Benefit Hello Happy, this one didn't end up working for me. Looks a little patchy. I don't know, just not my favorite. I have to really work it to make it work for me, so I just have other foundations that I'd rather use over this. So I'm going to be getting rid of it. This is the Nude Sticks Tinted Blur Stick. Whoa! It completely fell out. Oh no. It looks the same. I think maybe I put too much pressure the last time I used this and it cracked. But I'm just gonna try to smush it back into place because I do really like this one. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I didn't end up super loving this. It's a little bit more matte and full coverage for me, so I will be decluttering it. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Foundation. Definitely keeping it. I don't have to explain anything else. I adore it, and it's such a beautiful bottle. Like, are you kidding? Stunning. This is the Nabla Close-Up Foundation. I am going to be decluttering this just because I never reach for it anymore. I do remember liking it, but it wasn't something that stood out to me, so I will be decluttering this. This is the MAC Next to Nothing Face Color. I've had this for way too long now. It's a very similar formulation to the Glossier Skin Tint. This I almost used up, but now it looks a little chunky in this packaging, so I'm going to be recycling this, and I'm going to put this to the side because they have the Back to MAC program where you just bring however many products in and you can get a lipstick but I just think it's great that they recycle these containers. Next I have my Nude Sticks tinted covers. Ooh, I actually like these far more than this, so I actually am going to be decluttering this. This is the tinted cover. You guys know how much I already love this. For my Glossier Skin Tint, I still like to have this around to mix into other foundations to thin them out, or to have something to just mask out a little bit of redness but make it look like I'm not really wearing anything. So I will be keeping this. I still really like it. This is my L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I am going to be getting rid of this one just because this one's very, very old and crusty and almost empty. I will be repurchasing this one very soon. And finally, I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to keep the ColourPop No Filter foundation. I think I do remember really liking this. I think I just put it too far back into my drawer that I kind of forgot I had it. I'm gonna keep it. I don't feel like I want to part from it yet. And this little area right here is where I put the foundations I have on rotation at the moment, or my favorite ones, just so that they're really easy to grab. That looks so much better. And then lastly, for this little area, concealers. First, starting off with the Charlotte Tilbury Eye Corrector. I just received this, just started using this, so I'm going to keep it. The Glossier Stretch Concealer, still one of my favorites. I like it for lighter coverage days, so I'm going to be keeping this around as well. This is the Lila B Concealer. This is the one I've been using the most recently. I love it. So definite keep. I have two shades in the Milk Flex Concealer. I will be keeping both. I have the shades Light and Fair. I kind of mix them both together when I'm paler like I am right now. So I'm going to be keeping them. What? I have the Tarte Shape Tape, and I actually am going to be decluttering this. I never ever use this anymore, and it's a little bit old, so it's time for it to go. End of an era, hey guys? Wow. One that is quite similar but feels a little bit more hydrating is the Nabla Close-Up Concealer. I am going to be keeping this one. I have two shades in the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. These, I have one that's a little bit too light and the one that's a little bit too dark. I used to just mix them together, but that's kind of a pain for me now, so I'm just going to get rid of both of them. I have the Kaja Beauty Don't Settle Concealer. I do really enjoy this one, so I'm going to be keeping it. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm going to be getting rid of this just because it's not my right shade, sadly. Oh, actually I might keep it as an eye primer because this is a nice formula to work over top of with eyeshadows. So I'm going to put that in my other little container. I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I will be keeping. Still one of my go-to faves. Love it still. And then I have my Nude Sticks Concealer Pencil. This is a really beautiful formula. I do have to set it with a little bit of powder though, but with that, it's stunning. I love it. And then lastly, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. I've only used this once so far, and holy smokes, do you see that huge gap? This is so not worth the price, but it is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful formulation. So I am going to be using this up, but it's way too expensive for what you get. So it's a sad story, but I'm going to use it up. And there we go, my decluttered little base collection here. Wow. This looks so much better than before. Maybe I'll do like a little before clip and after clip so you can see the difference. I feel like this is so much more approachable. I love this. I'm quickly gonna zoom through my brow products. They've really accumulated. I really don't need this many brow products. Here are all the brow products I'm keeping, and here are the ones I'm getting rid of. Well, this I'm keeping. It's my water to activate my soap brows and the bubble brow. But the Nude Sticks ones, actually, I'm gonna keep one of these. I don't really like it for the pencil, but the brow gel is one of the best brow gels ever. So I'm gonna be keeping one of them just for the gel. This one, the milk pencil, I didn't really love because it didn't really match my brows very nicely. This I never ended up super loving just because it was a little bit messy and the spoolie was a little bit too big and hard to control for me, so I never reached for it. And I am going to get rid of the brow gel as well because I just have other brow gels I prefer, and I'm going to get rid of that because I don't super love the Nude Sticks brow side. That's a little bit better. Now I'm going to be tackling this drawer right here, so take a good look at this because this is about to be condensed. I'll first start off here because it's going to be super easy. I'm not getting rid of any of these. These are my Glossier Cloud Paints as well as my Nude Sticks Nudies, the blushes, the blooms, as well as the highlighters. And then I also have the Nude Sticks Metallic Nude Glimmer in here as well, which I really love. So I'll start right here. I'll take out all my other blushes. These are the Lila Bee blushes. I have two shades in Be Memorable as well as Be Lovely. Be Lovely is one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's just like a nudie brown sunburny type tan shade. And I've never tried this one on the cheeks yet, but I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to be keeping both. It's kind of funny to see, like this one's a newer one and this is an older one. It's funny to see like how the packaging kind of ages. It's kind of weird. These are the Kaja Beauty, I don't know, blush stamps. I hate how chunky these are. I love the product and I love the concept. I think it's so cute, but these are so chunky. It kind of annoys me, but I do really like these. So I'm going to keep them. This is the Kaja Beauty Luna highlighter that I love very much, obviously. So I'm going to be keeping this, but this should be in another area. This is a ColourPop blush stick. I don't think I've ever used this one. I don't know if I will, because if I'm going for like a blush stick, actually I'm going to keep it around. I have 3 of these shades from their fall collection. This one's my favorite, Too Cool for School. This one's definitely my most used one because it's kind of like a bronzery, orangey, blushy shade. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. That one's Underclassman, and this is Overdramatic. So I feel like they're too similar to keep all 3. I feel like I should just keep one. And I do use this one the most, and so I'm gonna get rid of these 2, I think. Being hard on myself because I do like this, but they're quite similar. These are the ColourPop blushes as well. That came in their Peachy collection. This one I love very much, Perk Up. So I'm gonna be keeping that one for sure. And this is just a nice peachy shade, and I love a good peach blush, so I'm keeping that. The Monochromatic, I have a peach shade as well as a pink. I'm gonna get rid of the pink shade and keep the peach. This is the Game of Thrones and Urban Decay blush stain. I really liked it, so I'm gonna keep it around. This is the Milk Makeup blush in Perk. I'm also gonna keep that. Oh my gosh, this is an obvious keep. I love these duos from Cover FX, so I'm gonna keep this one. This is an Ofra blush that I rarely ever use, which I'm going to get rid of. It's a little bit too pale of a peach for my skin tone. It looks a little dusty on me, so I'm going to be passing this on. This is a Flesh blush, and I do really like this tone. It's kind of more of a fall time orangey shade. Oh, Charlie. And I do really like this formula, so I'm going to keep it. I have 3 MAC blushes here. I'm going to be decluttering this one, Love Cloud. This is Blush Baby. This came in the Alana Club. I don't think I've ever used that, and I don't know if I will. I'm gonna see if my mom will like that. I feel like she might like that shade. And then I have Modern Mandarin as well as Peachy, which I'm gonna be keeping both of those. And then I have another blush from Ofra, and this is in the shade Pink Satin. I'm gonna be decluttering this one because I don't remember ever using it. And then the last blush I have in here is this Wonder Beauty dual ended thing. I completely forgot I had this, and it's in a shade I don't really see myself using. So let me see on the, yeah, I don't think I'll use this. So I think I'm gonna pass that on as well. I just made a quick decision, and I am gonna be getting rid of one of these. I'm gonna get rid of this shade because I have other ones that are similar in my Nude Sticks ones, and this is just too bulky to have two of them, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. So now I'm going to tackle my highlighters here. First, starting off with this one, I'm going to be decluttering it. I almost used it all up, but now this is getting old and I never use it anymore, so declutter. I have 3 of these Milani strobe lights. I don't think I need all 3, so I'm going to see which ones. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping this shade right here, Day Glow, because it's the most golden, and I don't wear that many icy pink like that, and that will be always too deep for my skin tone. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. Long name, but I'm going to be keeping this. I really have been enjoying this a lot. This is the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. I did really like this initially, but now it's just too icy and it's a little bit texture enhancing, and I don't know, it's a little bit too intense for my taste, so I'm going to be decluttering it. This is the Glossier Play Highlighter Concentrate in the shade Pearl. I don't know. Ooh, that is really pretty. I do remember really liking that. I don't know, this is a maybe. This is the Marc Jacobs Do You Dewdrops. I'm going to be keeping these. These are so beautiful. I haven't used this in a second, but wow. This is a really good size product. I've had this for so long. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. This is the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I might put this to the side to think about as well, since it is so limited edition. I haven't used it in a long time, and I do really like this one. So, I don't know. This is the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. I still really love this stuff. Still one of my staples in my collection. I have a Milani highlighter right here, which I haven't really used yet, but it does look really pretty, so I'm going to keep that. This is the Kaja Beauty, what is this in again? Luna. I really like this one. It's just like kind of so see-through and subtle, and it just makes you look like you have glass skin. I really like this formula, so I'm keeping that. This is the Galant Terracotta highlighting stick that I love so much. It's so beautiful. Love. It smells so good, oh my goodness. This is the first highlighter I ever bought. Oh, so I think it's time for me to let it go. I don't know though, I feel torn. It's still pretty. You know, I'm just gonna keep it for memories. This is the Milk Makeup highlighting stick in Mars. It's kind of like a pinky shift. Where is it even? Let's see, on the whole hand. That's so cool. I don't know, I like that one. I have 3 melt ones here. This one should be in my blushes, actually, this peachy one. Let's swatch them. This is Morningstar, this is Genesis, and this one is Pink Moon, which I think I'm going to be keeping all of them, I believe. Yeah, this one's so fun. I like to use this as inner corner highlights and things. I'm going to just move this Genesis shade with my blushes, and I'm going to keep these 2. And for the last 2, I have the Glossier Halo Scope, which I'm going to be keeping. I love this for like a quick everyday thing. I use this still a lot, especially for like my quick 5-minute makeup days. I use that one most of the time. And then the ABH Liquid Glow in the shade Perla, still one of my #1 favorite liquid highlighters that are super intense, so I'm going to be keeping that. And to revisit these 2, I'm going to be getting rid of both of them. so much better. Oh my gosh. Okay, and lastly, the bronzers. Oh my goodness. First, starting off with these Huda Beauty Tan Tours, I just swatched them quickly. I think I'm just going to be keeping fair because this one matches me all year round. This one can pull a little bit warm, which is light, so I think I just need one of these. Next, I have two of the Maybelline City Bronzers. I have the shade 100 and 200. I'm going to be keeping the shade 200. 100 is just a little bit light for me. Next, I have two of the Milani Silky Matte Bronzers. I don't know which shades I like better. I have number 2 and number 3. I believe 2 was the one I used the most often because it has more of a cool tone, mid-tone vibe, so I think I'm going to keep 2. This is the Fenty Beauty. Ooh, the packaging gets so fingerprinty and it looks so dirty, but it's not. This is the Fenty Beauty in the Sunstalker Bronzer. Love this stuff so much. I'm trying to hit pan on this. I'm almost there. I'm determined. I love it. I do really love that bronzer. This is the Milk Makeup Bake Bronzer. It's an obvious keep. I would never get rid of it. This is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer. I do really like this one, so I'm going to be keeping it. It's nice because it has a little bit of a shimmer in it, so it's really blendable and kind of a lighter bronzer. So I do really like this one. I'm going to keep it. Then I have a travel-sized Hoola as well as the ginormous Hoola. I'm going to be keeping both because this one's really great for traveling and I do really enjoy the shade of Hoola. And last but not least for my bronzers is the tan palette from Natasha Denona. This is probably one of my all-time favorite products ever, so I'm going to be keeping this. I love this so much. And now I'm going to do like a little before and after for this one as well. Oh my gosh, I got rid of a lot actually. I'm really proud of myself. Here we go, last container of the day. Feeling good. So I'm going to start off with my powders here. I'm just going to be getting rid of this Lancome one just because I never ever use this one. I haven't used this one yet. I kind of forgot. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put it ahead of my favorite milk one. I also have the Glossier Wowder as well as the Nabla setting powder and this By Terry hyaluronic hydra powder, which is really nice as well. But this one's my number one favorite ever. I'm gonna keep my Flash palette for sure. I'm not gonna be keeping this NYX A Bit Gel Illuminizer because I just never use it. Ooh, although it's actually pretty cool. Okay, wait. It has like a really intense violet shift, but like I don't think I'm ever going to use that. Here, I'm going to turn down the light so you can see. See, there's the shift. It's a very intense violet shift that I don't think is really my thing. I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of it. I never use it. For the ColourPop in Nude Endo palette, I'm going to be keeping this. I do really like this formulation of highlighters, sorry. It's still really good. I do reach for this still. I think it's a really great one. This is the Ofra Glow Up palette. I love this for like a super intense highlighter. It's so beautiful and I love how I get almost all of their most popular highlighters in one palette. I'm gonna keep this. I'm keeping this for sure. I really like it. My favorite one is Rodeo Drive, just like everyone else. And I think that one's their most popular one, but look at it. It's so beautiful. I think I'm gonna try to let go of a few of the Anastasia glow kits. I did kind of take my favorite shades out of a few of the glow kits and put them into one. I'm gonna be keeping whatever's in this one. This used to be Sun Dipped, but I put all like the goldy shades in here and you can tell it's very well loved. So I'm gonna keep this one, but I am going to be getting rid of these ones because these are like the more weird tone pinky shades and shades I don't ever use anymore. So I'm going to be getting rid of that. This is the classic Anastasia contour kit. I just opened up a new one not too long ago. I'm definitely going to be keeping this. This is the beautiful BH Cosmetics Glowing in Grease palette. I'm totally going to bring this on my Hawaii trip I have coming up this month. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm also going to be keeping the Moonchild palette. I think this is just such a classic palette to have. and it's really fun. I like using these shades for inner corner highlights when I do weirder looks because they're just so see-through and beautiful. I don't really use them on the cheeks too much anymore. More like eyeshadows, but I still reference this palette a lot. This is the Grand Terracotta Bronzing Palette. I don't use these two right here, but I use these very often. I'm gonna keep this one as well. This is a ColourPop bronzer in the shade Private Party. I don't ever use this. I don't think I'll ever reach for that either. So I think I'm gonna be getting rid of this. I don't know how to get rid of the singles because I do want to keep the magnetic palette. I don't know what to do with this. And then I have the Anastasia Cream Contour Palette. I'm going to be getting rid of this. I never ever use this anymore. And then finally, last product of the day is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. And I'm going to be getting rid of this because this was actually the first product I bought at Sephora, I believe. When I was like, I don't even know how old I was, but I never ever used this. And this is the decluttered final container. And here are all the products I am getting rid of. So I'm gonna have to go through here and see what I can put in my friends and family box and what I'll have to recycle. But I did pretty good. I'm very proud of myself. But with that, that concludes my first autumn decluttering video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it satisfying. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so much. And before I go, I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!